opening up. And one thing that Nathan Chapman has done from Pro Kick Australia, former AFL star in his own right, he's opened up the avenue for Aussies to head overseas and have a career as a punter in the US. And he's been good enough to join us on the line to talk a bit more about it. Nathan, welcome to the program. Great to have you back on.
Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks, Kenya. I've just put my dancing shoes on, getting ready to go and line up.
Well, you're probably heading to the US at some stage. I don't know what the rules are, but every time I tune into some US sport, the crowds, the fans are packed in, especially US college. I mean, it's crazy. You're getting 100 and something crammed into some of those stadiums.
Yeah, they're like there's 105 turn up. There's 250,000 outside it, and if your team wins, they crowd the field and tear the goalpost down.
Have you been to many of those? Have you been there for Enter Sandman at all, Nathan? Pre-game?
I haven't been to a game there. I've been through there and had a kick, and it was brilliant. The biggest one, actually, my first ever college game of football that I ever went to see, funnily enough, was only about 5 years ago, was at Penn State. There was 107,000 people. It's called the Whiteout Game, and we had two players in there, Cameron Johnson being one of them, and Danny Pasquarello. It was a pretty wild game.
Yeah, that was on a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Whiteout Game. Yeah, absolutely.
How many does it fit? How many does it hold?
Oh, it's like 110.
Yeah. It looked fantastic. Hey, how are the Aussie punters going at the moment? I watched Aaron Sipos. He missed a couple.
Did he?
He didn't have a great day the other day. But Michael Dixon actually didn't flush one either. But they've been up and down. They're going okay to start the season, aren't they?
Yeah. Overall, actually, they're sitting really well. Been really solid. And like I said, we don't always get it right, but they've sort of been up in that top third, all of them throughout the year. So they're doing a great job.
Just having a look through some of the names. Nathan, that we're really interested. So Mason Fletcher, Dustin's young boy's gone over there. He's at Cincinnati. Yep. He's only they're going okay. They've only just started their season. But do you keep much of an eye?
There's Tommy Couch, one of the Couch boys as well.
Yeah,
over there at the moment.
Yeah, Joe Couch. Joe's there. He's there. Mason Fletcher there. I think they're 6-0 at the moment, so going pretty well. We're actually training the other son Max at the moment, so he's got a nice kick on him. But
the Fletchers have found a way, have they? The Fletchers have worked out how to make some money here, I think. Is that what's happened, Nathan?
Hey, well, they're going to get their degree.
Ben Griffiths, how's he going?
Really well. Having a nice season. Just got married the other day on their bye week, but he's going really well. He's a real good shot for getting an opportunity next year, so he'll finish up at the end of the season and put his name forward to go up and have a crack at the NFL.
And what would his chances be? What would be the likelihood of an opportunity there?
You know what? Look, he's kicking really well. He's got a really nice, stereotypical NFL kick. Big lad, big long levers, kicks it high, kicks it far, and he's what he's doing now in college is exactly what they'd want to see. And being at USC, great players go through there, and there's plenty of scouts would watch him most training sessions. So I'd say he'd be on a few radars.
The other Tiger, Ben Lennon. Now, I haven't heard much of Ben. He's sort of gone to a college that's sort of just off the beaten track. It's not at one of the mainstreams. Have you heard much about how Ben's going?
Benny's going really well, actually. He was at Utah and then transferred out and now is at a college in Bethune-Cookman in Florida. So he's going pretty well, actually, because most of the time when I see his Twitter and have a little chat with him, he's sitting on the beach. He's got his feet up and the sun's out and he's getting some rays. So he's in a great spot.
I saw that his team started 0-7, so I thought he's got his work cut out as the punter and be doing a lot of kicking.
Yeah, well, that's half the fun. Well, you can be in a good team and never punt and want to get out there, or you can, the way I see it, for some of these guys in we'll call it a rogue team and they've got some work to do, is it's always going to be interesting. So it probably feels a lot more like an AFL game where craziness is going to happen and you're going to have to kick a lot, and it's not going to be all rosy each time. So it's even more enjoyable.
And are they calling out kick the drop punt, given that they're now in vogue a bit?
Yeah, it's we're sort of changed the rugby kick into the drop punt. It's starting to filter its way through, I guess all of the commentators, but it's sort of really opened up the game from that college level, and obviously, seeing Dicko on for the Seahawks do something crazy and just use those instinctive skills from the AFL level type thing it's really, I guess, made a few more people aware of maybe some extra benefits that it's got. But yeah, it's as crazy as you want it to be, as long as the coach lets you do it.
Michael Dixon was actually involved in a really bizarre play last Friday where his kick was smothered.
And he had to pick it up on the run.
Picked it up again and kicked it again. And everyone was sort of thinking, hang on, can you do that? It's something you just don't see in NFL. Did you catch that one? And where's that sit in the punter's playbook, that one?
Yeah, I was on the telephone at the time, and it played out in front of me, and so I was watching it going, oh, that was pretty cool. And I didn't feel like there was a problem, because as long as he kicked it from behind the line of scrimmage. But then, the commentators rang New York and had to get the word to make sure it's all right. So, it certainly, if you never really see anything, you're not quite sure exactly what the outcome was going to be. But, I think Dicko's probably been in about 10 different crazy plays. There just seems to be something that follows him, and he relishes it, because every time you watch him kick, you can see a smile on his face. He really enjoys what he does.
So Google Pro Kick Australia, that's where we can find you. If some young or old lady or guy wants to head over to the US, they can find you there?
Yeah, absolutely. Worth coming down for having a kick. And, you say lady, trust me, we will put a young woman across there. We've got some nice female kickers, and it's going to happen one day. So don't be surprised. You said it first.
No, I was thinking of it as I was saying it. It would be a great idea. And if you want to learn how to kick, I mean, there's a lot of things that you've done for some people, Nathan, that have set them up for a college career, not necessarily an NFL career, but to go to college, go to the US, get an education, and enjoy a couple of years of life, even if it doesn't end up in a professional contract. Great to have you, Nathan. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys.
Nathan Chapman from Pro Kick Australia. And there is benefit in that, even if you don't get the NFL contract, to go over to the US, all expenses paid in essence, to get a scholarship and go and play in that college system where you can play in front of 100,000 people in some stadiums every week. Ridiculous. Going crazy for you.